What's going on? What are we attacking?
Someone help us!
Most alliances in War and Order think they lose because they aren't strong enough, and that's not true. They lose because they don't have any structure. Hey guys, this is Heretic, and today I'm going to break down the 6 things that separate good alliances from the top alliances in the game. Those that consistently win at an elite level. This isn't about spending. This isn't about having whales. This is about organization. So let's get into it. Number 1, a top alliance has a leadership that has divided roles. It's not centralized. It's not one person calling all the shots. The best alliances are not run by one strong leader. They're run by a strong leadership group. And each leader owns something specific. For example, one person handles event scheduling and communications about events to the whole alliance. Which event is next, what's expected, etc. Another person would be responsible for making sure that the main group has a commander in events. That doesn't mean that he or she has to lead every event, just that we always have a commander in advance, not at the last minute. Another person on the leadership team should be responsible for the other groups, like the blockers, the flankers, however you divide up your team. Another one maybe is responsible for tracking participation in events and setting up a driver group, which we'll talk about later. Another one maybe handles recruitment, and it doesn't just mean go to World Chat and type, hey, we're recruiting. It's finding people. It's going out, searching for the best people that would fit your group. Another one would handle diplomacy. Not just diplomacy within your realm, but outside of your realm as well. In an ideal situation for an elite, well-run alliance, everyone has a lane. In addition, every lane should have some built-in redundancy. So if one person leaves the game or has to go on vacation, for whatever reason, they get sick, everything just kind of continues like normal. Mid-level alliances fail because everybody tries to do everything. Or even worse, no one owns anything at all, and so nothing gets done. Top alliances operate like a business. There's clear responsibilities, there's clear accountability, and there's clear communication. If you don't know who owns what in your alliance, you're not structured enough. Number 2, and this is a really simple one. In top alliances, expectations are communicated before events. Top alliance don't just figure it out when the event starts. Before every major event, there's at least, at a minimum, a mail that goes out with instructions, a starting plan, the time to be there, what the team assignments are and where to check, what the objective is. Are we going to try, we are really pushing hard to win this. We expect everyone to be on time, know your group, be there, ready to go, have at least 20 speed ups and heals or whatever. And what march you should use. I mean, to me, that's kind of like the minimum that you should have. If your members log in and ask, what are we doing? You're already behind. The best alliances remove all confusion before the event even begins. Preparation and participation wins events more than power ever does. Number 3, the top alliances have clear goals. Every top alliance has a defined identity. Some decide, we're going to be the very best in Elite Wars. Some decide, we're going to be the gods of war this season in Fortress Wars. And that's what they do as an alliance. That's where they focus. Others may decide, we're going to be the top power alliance in our realm. We're going to be the very best alliance in our realm. When we merge, it doesn't matter. We are going to be just the dominant player. But they pick something. And here's something important. No alliance can be the best at everything. It doesn't matter who you are. You're not going to always be the best at everything Because if you try to dominate every event, you're going to burn out your players. There's time, money, and patience that's involved with all events. If you can run some events as kind of a fun run, a practice run for other events, and be organized, but not to the extent that you are in Fortress Wars or Realm Invasion or whatever it is your focus, in the long run, your alliance is going to operate a lot better. Get everybody the rewards that you can get them the experience of playing within your setup, within your teams, but focus on certain things and try not to focus on everything. And as always, your goals will evolve over time. At the very beginning, you're going to want to be the top alliance within your realm. You're going to want to hold the crown. You're going to want to do those. But then later on, that may not be as important. Maybe it's Elite Wars. You want to be the top in your globe, that sort of thing. Because if your alliance doesn't really know what it's trying to become, it will slowly drift into mediocrity. Number 4, and this one is where elite alliances separate themselves from the medium, like the everyday alliances. It's that every single player has a backup. This one is huge. The top alliances don't bring 40, 50, 60, 70 players to events. They bring 90 plus consistently to every single event that they're focusing on. The elite alliances like EOL, though you can look at the logs, they will bring 98 to 100 players every single time. And they do it because every player has a backup. If someone can't attend, they have a driver assigned. So a driver is someone that just runs an account, right? They're going to make sure that your character, your account, participates in the event. It fills the slot, it runs the marches, it knows what's going on. There's no empty spaces. There's no, sorry guys, I overslept, I was sick, I was with my wife, I had to go to gym, whatever. There's no excuses. This level of discipline is very uncomfortable, and I know it's very difficult for players to say that, hey, this person is going to sign into my account. I'm telling you what they do. I'm not telling you what is allowed or what's not allowed in the game, what can get you in trouble. I'm just telling you what happens in these alliances because I've been in them. It's what separates the very top alliances from the rest. If you can consistently have 90 to 100 players, you will beat those alliances with that 1 whale, 2 whales, or with higher average power who only bring 40, 50, 60. You will always beat them. Consistency will beat individual strength every single time. All right, number 5, and this is another big one, and it's very difficult. You need one unified communication platform. Top alliances don't operate across 5 different apps. If your alliance uses Telegram for some, Discord for others, Line for another group, WhatsApp for another group, and in-game chat for the rest, you will not be elite. You may be run-of-the-mill, you may be average, you may get by for a while and win a lot of events, but eventually you're going to hit that wall where you're playing against really well-organized alliances and you're not going to win. Top alliances have one main hub, one place for strategy, one place where they can see screenshots and images and share them, and so that they can strategize not just with words, but they can actually show it on a map. They can have the map of Elite Wars or Fortress Wars and say, this is where we're going to focus. They have one place for announcements. And the very, very, very best ones, and this one's is especially hard in an international game, but they'll use voice chat during live events because timing is very slow and voice is immediate. Speed of communication equals speed of reaction. And in events like Elite Wars and Fortress Wars in those last 5-10 minutes, seconds matter. If your communication is fractured, your performance will also be fractured. All right, number 6, and the last one. And this one's easy compared to all of the other ones. In your events, break down your alliance into separate teams. Top alliances don't run 100 players as one blob with one person managing it. They divide into structured teams like your main force, your main group. They may have flankers. They may have a top group and a bottom group. They may have blockers. These are the people that will go and make sure that opponent can't leave battle. They're stuck in battle while the rest of your players go and win it, right? And each one of these teams, where you've divided up your alliance, each one of these teams has its own leader. And that leader will communicate during those events, and they will call instructions for their group. I've done this many times. It works. This prevents target overlap, March chaos, late reactions, and everybody just chasing the same thing, and just disorganization. When you break 100 people into organized units, you have a coordinated army, not a crowd. And, structure always beats chaos. So let's recap. The best alliances divide up the leadership into different lanes. They communicate expectations clearly. They set focused goals. They assign backups for every player. They use one unified communication platform. They break their alliance into organized teams during events. It's not about spending. This isn't about having the biggest whale on your team, which is going to get you by for a while. You're going to win a lot of events if you have a couple whales on your team. At the beginning, you're just going to overpower people, but eventually you're not going to be able to hold up anymore. This is about systems. Good alliances rely on strong players. Great alliances rely on strong structure, and structure will always win in the long run. If you found this helpful, subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just play the game, we break it down so that you can win it.